Welcome back to UCSI TV News, where we bring you the best and most thrilling stories from around the world right to your screens. I'm Luha, your host for today. We'll kickstart with our local news as youth political party Muda starts their mission in contesting solo in the political scene. What do they hope to achieve, and what are their plans for the people?
The Malaysian United Democratic Alliance, or MUDA party, has decided to go solo during the upcoming state polls in Selangor, Negeri Sembilan, Penang, Kedah, Kelantan, and Terengganu. In a statement to the press, MUDA President and Muar Member of Parliament Syed Saddiq Abdul Rahman said, MUDA will join the state elections and will contest on its own strength. This comes following months of speculation after MUDA's application to join the ruling Pakatan Harapan coalition was left unresponded to, despite various letters from Syed Saddiq to the party leadership. The decision sparked uproar among PH leaders, with former DAP Supremo Lim Kit Siang claiming that MUDA were hasty and were unwilling to cooperate with Prime Minister Anwar Ibrahim. In a response to criticism over the decision, Syed Saddiq reiterated that it was the Pakatan Harapan leadership that refused to accept MUDA rather than an error on his own part, stating, "Our leadership has sent 3 letters asking for a simple meeting. However, not only were we left hanging, but we were even ridiculed when the Secretary General of Pakatan Harapan responded by saying that he had no time to read our letters." The decision will see MUDA contest directly against PH as well as their partner coalition Barisan Nasional and the opposition Perikatan Nasional in August state elections. Emphasizing his party's stance, Saddiq ensured that MUDA's entry into the state polls was to ensure proper check and balance on the current unity government, as well as to build a truly multiracial, multi-religious, moderate, and reform-centered Malaysia.
Today's international segment covers the hottest topic. Our analyst Hassan takes a deep dive into the recent Ukraine-Russian war that stormed the world, unveiling the occurrences that took place day by day, death by death.
The war between Ukraine and Russia has been a big worry around the world. It started in 2014 because Russia took over the Crimea and there was a problem in eastern Ukraine. Many people have died and many people had to leave their homes. The situation is really bad for those people who was affected. Both sides blame each other being aggressive and breaking human rights. Ukraine says Russia is helping groups that wants to separate in eastern Ukraine. Russia denies being directly involved and saying it is just protecting Russians in the area. People have tried to fix the problem with talks and stopping fighting, but it is very dangerous. The war has caused many problems in Ukraine, like unstable politics, no money, and fighting between people. The buildings and important services are blocked, making life harder for those affected. Countries around the world was watching and want peace. Some have put sanctions on Russia to show their disagree with what they did in Ukraine. Organizations are helping people with things like food and medical aids. The war between Ukraine and Russia is still a big news story. People are working to find a good answer and bring a peace back to the area. The war has caused serious problem and everyone hopes for peace as soon as possible.
In the fashion world, things have not been looking good for Bulgari in China after the uproar caused by acknowledging Taiwan as an independent country on their website. The Italian fashion luxury brand has since apologized to Beijing, but still, they managed to anger the Chinese customers while doing so.
Italian luxury brand Bulgari has spoke to authority on Chinese social media for listing Taiwan on its website as an independent country rather than part of China. Bulgari issued a statement in Chinese on Tuesday apologies and said it was corrected immediately. Chinese natives have criticized Bulgari and the brand's spokesperson in China, making the two trend on website. The controversy also prompted Chinese state-run Global Time to post on social media. Taiwan is an inalienable part of China's territory and cannot be classified as a country. The Bulgari incident was widely discussed on Chinese social media, with some users demanding that the brand distribute its apology on its international social media account as well. Bulgaria gets out of China. China won't give up an inch of territory. One comment said that and gained more than 500 likes. A Weibo topic asking users if they accepted Bulgaria's apology had been viewed more than 12 million times by Wednesday afternoon. Several Chinese state-run publications joined in the demand that Bulgaria apologize on its international platform as well. Bulgaria made a mistake on its overseas official website, but only issued an apology on its mainland Chinese account, read a commentary by China Daily. Such an apology may hardly convince Chinese consumers. This is not the first time a foreign brand has been bullied online in China for similar reasons. Well-known international brands including Versace, Givenchy, and Coach was also criticized by a large number of Chinese natives in 2019 because they were found to mark Taiwan, Hong Kong, and Macau as nation.
Edging into something hair-raising and concerning, a video of an airline passenger's freakout on board has gone viral online as people are left questioning whether her behavior was caused by a panic episode where they were concerned by something they weren't seeing or something much more sinister. A clip that was shared on TikTok shows a woman start to panic and leave her seat on an American Airlines flight as she claims another passenger on board was not real. The video shows her trying to leave the flight and exclaiming to others that they should take similar actions.
Telling you right now, that motherfucker back there is not real.
The passengers on board looks around to try to figure out the individual the woman was referring to, trying to understand what had caused her to panic to leave. However, due to the nature of the exclamation, identifying the specific individual that was targeted for the in-flight attendees proved to be more than difficult.
And you can sit on this plane and you can fucking die with them or not. I'm not going to.
The video gained a large sum of views on both TikTok and Twitter, where many had claimed that even though the woman had no real basis to be frightened, that they would have left the plane with her on the suspicion alone. However, due to this incident, many online believe that the general population is too quick to assume the worst and believe any form of hearsay they might have heard, rather than looking for evidence behind a claim, with many on the internet claiming that they would have left. Others questioned those who would have, simply based on a woman's outlandish claims. With many still questioning the reason behind the woman's panic, Twitter users have started to point out that it is not the only case of pre-flight manic panic. In a similar video, we see a British man lose his composure and point at another passenger and gradually get increasingly violent. With that, we are left to wonder if these two plane instances are related to. And now for the final special report of the day, brought to you by our field reporter Mahmoud Al-Hassan. With mass communication becoming a thriving industry, many become more and more keen to pursue this degree. As UCSI University holds the position of Malaysia's top private university, Hassan will be covering the current state of the UCSI mass communication students.
University Malaysia, Malaysia's top private university in QS World University Ranking 2023, ranked 248, UCSI is classified in the world's top 1%. UCSI is the only university in the world to receive the QS Recognition for Improvement award at 2022 QS Edu Data Summit in New York. Everyone, Assalamu alaikum. My name is Mahmudul Hassan Uncle Chaudhary. Today I'm going to take an interview of a running mass communication student of UCSI University. So let's go through it. Hello.
Hello.
So let's start our interview. So I'm going to ask you some question and you have to answer it. So our first question is, can you introduce yourself and tell us about your background as a mass communication student at UCSI University?
Hello, my name is Mustafa. I'm a current final year mass communication student. I enrolled in the program in 2021 May intake, and now I'm in my last semester. I'm doing final year project, and it's, as my background, I'm doing marketing pathway in mass communication.
This is the second question for you. What initially drew you to the field of mass communication and how your experience been studying at UCSI University?
Okay, good question. This goes back to early years of my childhood. I've always been exposed to the field of communication and broadcasting and marketing also in general, just the entirety of mass communication encapsulated as one concept. I was always attracted to the field of mass communication and journaling, reporting, media, broadcasting, film, TV, and etc. And as of experience so far, at the beginning, I enrolled in an online learning era, but that was like it was normal. It was okay. I managed to work through that period of time. But moving on to when it became physical learning, the experience so far has been spectacular and it's going.
Fourth question is, how has UCSI University prepared you for a career in mass communication? Are there any specific skills or knowledge you have gained that you find valuable?
Of course, I feel like very equipped and mass communication program have prepared me to real world settings in workplace, and I have gained many skills like, for example, like I mentioned, copywriting, video production, video documentary, advertising, marketing, PR, and so on.
Our fourth question is, how has UCSI University prepared you for a career in mass communication? Are there any specific skills or knowledge you have gained that you find valuable?
Of course, yes. So far, for the last 2 years, my mass communication program has prepared me and equipped me with soft and hard skills such as copywriting, broadcasting, video production, video documentary, PR, advertising, and so on.
This is our last question. What are your future plans and how do you see UCSI playing a role in your future life?
Of course, firstly, I see myself completing a master's degree in UCSI in strategic communication, and after that I will be an intern, marketing intern in one of the major companies in Malaysia. Then I will work abroad in or I will aim to work abroad in a multinational marketing company.
So thank you so much for being with us in the whole interview.
Welcome.
With that, we end today's program, covering a wide range of news stories from your weekly entertainment. Make sure to tune in next week, and in the meantime, take care and be safe. Once again, you're watching UCSI TV News, where we bring you the best stories from around the world right to your screen.